Hello
expansions.
YouTube, Knitehawk here, and I kinda wanna tell you about the TWID, but I can't read.
I'm gonna start by saying this week's stream on Tuesday, I think it was a pretty lackluster stream. It's everything we already knew, but that also has a lot to do with streamers who got previews, literally told us everything, and they decided to host another stream and say everything that all those streamers already told us. So it was a waste of time. They could have just done a developer update. We didn't need a stream. They could have done a ViDoc and not wait. I feel like they wasted everybody's time is really what they did in telling us things everyone already knew. So that's my opinion on it. I'm gonna break it down this week. Video comes out tomorrow. My thoughts about everything, but let's see what they have for this week. 6/26, talking about everything. Their next developer stream. It sounds like they're gonna have one every single Tuesday leading into Edge of Fate. So this is what we have right now. Next Tuesday, July 1st, 10 a.m. That's actually a pretty sick emblem. That's actually really cool. That's a new emblem. Aeonians and Exiles of the Nine. Oh my, these are the new characters. They're coming out. If you can attend, that's them talking about. There's the streams. I promise you, you don't need to watch it. You probably know everything. I don't know what this is. Audit Agent Perry. Leatherbound binder locked by the number, whatever. Is this like a thing we have to do? I'm not. This is the Year of the Prophecy Collector's Edition. It's available again. Apparently had sold out. It's back. New armor for a new beginning. Armor 1.0, Armor 2.0. With the release Edge of Fate, any new armor released will use the Armor 3.0 system. Don't worry, the armor rolls you already have won't change. They will have their stats moved over 1-to-1 as described a couple weeks ago. Crazy. We had another stream telling us again. Realistically, I think a lot of people are going to go for new ones because of the set bonuses and stuff like that. The ones we saw on the stream weren't that crazy, but I'm hoping they have some really cool set bonuses that are actually going to do more than just make you quicker and like amplify the whole time. So we'll see how that goes. Aeonian Renewal, Force Converter after final blow with missiles, rocket launchers, grenade launchers, sprint. Yeah, this is literally what we saw. So this is the same thing we saw. You get a speed booster, 4-piece, you get an even quicker boost. The Wrecker, you deal significantly increased kinetic damage to overshields, command shields, and constructs. This one's pretty good. Concussive rounds defeating powerful commands or breaking a command shield. Kinetic damage releases a disorienting kinetic shockwave. This is a lot better than this. All we had seen was the Aeonian one. This one's a lot better. Armor archetypes. So these are the different archetypes: Paragon, Super, Primary, Melee, Secondary; Grenadier, Grenade, Primary; Super, Secondary; Specialist, Class, Primary; Weapons, Secondary; Brawler, Titans; Melee, Primary; Health, Secondary; Bulwark, Health, Primary; Class, Secondary. That sounds kind of like a tank. And then Gunner, Weapons, Primary; Grenade, Secondary; Masterworking. All Armor 3.0 drops will have their maximum armor energy available regardless of Masterwork level. Masterworking armor no longer increases all stats. The amount granted by the primary, secondary, and tertiary stats rolled will not change, with the exception of armor mods. Masterworking now increases your lowest 3 stats on that piece of armor by +1 with each level. This has a maximum of +5 in each, or +15 stats total. Thank you, Spoon. I appreciate you for the run. We're going over the TWID right now. You can get your thank you afterwards. Gear tiers. Tier 1. Total stats with the Masterworks. 52 to 57. We know 75 is base for T5. T2, 58. T3, 64. Tier 4, 70 to 75. 85 to 90. While their Masterwork get extra mod energy. But T5, 75 base Masterwork is a 90 base. Extra mod energy in random tuned stat. It's kind of nice. Armor with a tuned stat has access to a tuning mod slot. That's usually what me and Winter do on the weekends, is a little bit of tuning, if you know what I mean. Allowing you to choose between moving 5 stats from any other stat to your tuned stat, or balance tuning, which increases the armor's 3 lowest stats by 1. Okay. With these changes, you might think your current armor just won't cut it, but that is not the case. Legacy gear will still be useful and a great on-ramp into the new system. So what they're saying is your armor will still be okay, but you probably should get the new armor, is what they're saying. Your armor should be okay, but you should definitely look into on-ramping into the new system. More information coming up in the next article. So hopefully this should be a separate article coming out like next Wednesday, now on a Thursday. New gear. Ionian Renewal Strides. These are the boots, but these are the ones that we saw on the stream. That literally just has the speed boosters. No one really cares, but they're plus. Oh, they didn't show the 310 one with the bonus stats and everything like that. That's actually kind of really nice. Your health, melee, grenade, your super +30. Okay. We also took a screenshot. We also took a look at seasonal gear and refactored it into new gear to provide focus for build crafting throughout the game's various activities. New gear can offer more lethality and PvE content, drop with seasonal bonus power, and receive bonuses from the current seasonal artifact. is easily identifiable with a unique colored border. They're talking about this one right here, this little blue thing. There's also going to be a gold border on it as well, I'm guessing, but this is the big identifier. There will even be an exclusive PvP playlist where players must use new gear to face against each other. So this got leaked. Okay, I think it got leaked by Destiny Bulletin or whatever. It's literally a playlist where you can only use new gear in the playlist. One, I think that's a waste of time. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I will say, King, soft sunset gear. So they're slightly sunsetting without using the term sunsetting. You're right. You mean what? You mean counterbalance your what? All right, Bubba, I'll remember that. Screenshot that, please. With the intention of being to create a more even playing field for new players and to test builds for those who want to experiment. Okay, so that's cool. So it sounds like they're making, I'm praying that it is a open skill, aka no SBMM playlist, where as long as you're running all new gear, you can go in there and test the builds, test your stats, do whatever sort of armor set you're doing, new weapons in this playlist. So hopefully it's open skill. You just have to have completely equipped an entirely new build set coming from your prophecy, which would be amazing. That'd be super cool. New gear will include a 10% bonus for weapon damage and a 15% bonus for damage resistance. These bonuses will not apply, thank goodness, to PvP or the contest mode of the upcoming raid. We'll have additional information at a later date on how the system works, what gear qualifies, and more. That's what I was worried about. They didn't mention a single thing on the stream about it affecting PvP. So the new gear won't affect weapon damage or DR going into PvP or even the contest raid or contest modes going forward, I'm guessing. So that is actually really, really good. This is very long. This is a long TWID, right? We're halfway through. So long term, we hope to eventually add support. You know, this feels really, I feel like I signed up for popcorn reading and I don't want to do it. All right. We hope to eventually add support to exotics access benefits of higher, I'll fuck that whole thing up. Add support for exotics to access benefits of higher tiers using a dedicated system that reflects their nature as a unique centerpiece in your build. Although these systems won't be ready for the year of prophecy, we wanted to make sure that exotic could benefit from the armor archetypes in the reworked masterworking system. While your existing roles will be converted 1-to-1 to the new stats, new drops for the exotic armor will be upgraded to Armor 3.0. This means they will have their stats determined by archetypes, receive the new masterworking system, and drop with full mod energy by default. While these drops will not have a specific...
This is the most reading Knight has done in years.
Thank you for the 100 bits. While these drops will not have a specific gear tier, their stats will roll as if they were a tier 2, 58 to 63 total stats. Once masterwork, this should be comparable to all but the very best Armor 2.0 rolls. That's kind of crazy. So they're literally saying you might as well go get the new armor because the tier 2 armor is going to be as good as the very best armor we currently have. So it goes up to tier 5. Right now, everything's tier 2, right? We're Armor 2.0. Boom, bam. Best armor in the game, best stats. Your prophecy comes out, any tier 2 armor is as good as that. So that means you might as well literally go for anything. You can literally do a story mission and your armor is gonna be better than what you currently have. So they're not saying that your armor isn't usable, it's just gonna be ass. So go get the new armor. That's literally what they're saying. Because our armor right now is equivalent to a tier 2 set. And we can go up to tier 5. So that's what that means. Just go get new armor. I'm not going to read that part. It's okay, here we go. Oh, actually we need this to make this transition a little easier. Either one will be offering 20 free focus exotic armors per account to anyone who has tower access prior to the release of the Edge of Fate. That's not bad. So all players who have been playing, obviously not new players, will have this ability to transfer over. This special focusing will be available throughout the year of prophecy and will allow you to focus any non-class item exotic from the final shape or before with an archetype of your choice, as long as you have it unlocked in collections. As for the exotic class items, they are the only armor from before the Edge of Fate that will be converted fully into the new system. Each one will receive the maximum stats available for an exotic, 30 in the primary stat, 20 in the secondary stat, and 13 in the tertiary stat, to prevent this from massively increasing the number of possible class item rolls. These stats will be assigned based on their rolled perks, the archetype being determined by the left column perk and the tertiary stat by the right column perk. However, this does mean that they can no longer be upgraded to Artifice armor and will lose any existing Artifice mod slot. Does that really matter though? Do we really care about... do you guys think it really matters if we lose that artifact slot if we're getting these massive stat boosts? Like, does it really matter? I don't feel like the Artifice slot on an exotic really matters as that much. You know, I could be wrong. but I don't feel like that matters. I know it's expensive, but like if we're getting these boosts to stats, why would you want that +5? That's what it is, right? On Artifice Exotics? They're basically swapping it to the tuning. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. They're swapping it to the... So y'all are just upset that you're losing materials currently, but not that Artifice is actually better than this. Okay, yeah, you guys are just being stupid. Okay, I get it. Let's talk about gear swapping. Okay, we want to highlight one specific change we're making to... Okay, what are they doing? Swapping to this exotic in combat when apply a 10-second cooldown before it's... Oh, so you just... People who load out swap or gear swap in PvE, you guys got a 10-second cooldown. Literally it. Okay, cool. Featured exotics, starting with Edge of Fate. Certain exotic armor and weapons will specifically featured, gaining the same benefits as new gear and will change with each expansion and major update at the Edge of Fate's launch. 28 exotic weapons and 15 exotic armors for each class will be featured, including the all-new Edge of Fate exotic weapons and armor. Okay, cool. These are... I'm not going to read all of these. Are Stompies in here? Hold on. Where... are we nerfing Stompies again? Like, why aren't they on the list? Okay, we're gonna look at this list for a second, because I'm telling you right now, they already just said Stompies aren't getting updated in the Edge of Fate moving forward. Why? Tell me why. Tell me why. Why we hate Stompies so badly, Bungie? Everyone there just hates them. No one can look up on controller. Like, Stompies getting nerfed once again, essentially. Never coming back. Is Dune Marches not on the list either? Oh, they're not. Dune Marches. Okay, what about T-Steps? Okay, so everything that has a mobility, it's a movement exotic, is not getting moved forward. You still got Geomags. It's not really movement exotic, but Sacred Dawn, wouldn't Sacred Dawn consider to be a movement exotic because it's to help you stay in there? That's being pulled forward. Dragon Shadow has a very good change coming to it, an amazing change. But Lucky Pants is in here, but we don't have speed loaders, no Stompies, no T-Steps, no Dune Marchers. Anything else we're missing? That's kind of crazy. That's kind of insane. These are all the weapons moving forward. DMT, Outbreak, Barrow, all the new stuff. Obviously, they're not going to get rid of it. Polar Slants. You know what's crazy? I don't see... there's a lot of things. There's no Mida. Redact is the new one. Mida isn't on here. I don't... Polar Slants is there. Was it? Skyfire isn't on here. Graviton? Graviton is on here. Polar Slants. Are they finally getting rid of Monte Carlo because it's not on the list? Yeah, Monte Carlo is gone. They're not gone. They're just not they're not agreeing. These are all the exotics weapons. Oh, feedback fences aren't on here either. You're right. These are all the ones that aren't currently immediately being upgraded throughout the future. So that's kind of crazy. Sweet Business isn't on here. So these are all the exotics, weapons, and armor for the classes that they are saying moving forward in the Edge of Fate will continuously get an update with each expansion. So the fact that they're taking away a lot of all the movement exotics, T-Steps, Stompies, Doom Marchers, don't even got feedback fences. That's kind of crazy. Synthos aren't here either. Oh, dude, I don't know. So they're taking, it sounds like everything that was like super old year one, they're not technically bringing forward. RDMs aren't on here either. I'm pretty sure I didn't see them. Yeah, they took away Radiant Knights machines too. So there's a lot of ones that they're taking away, which I think is kind of insane, but hopefully that changes into the future. Let's keep going. This is a pretty long TWID. Balancing the scale of abilities. Prismatic, reduce the number of fragment slots provided by following aspects. Healing from 3 to 2, Bleak from 3 to 2, so they're bringing it down. Can't have as many fragments as before. Weaver's Call, DevNote, this will change to allow. Can now generate threadlings on any final blow instead of just strand final blows. Okay, I don't know if I like that. Pocket Simulator, increase the pocket. Okay, what is PvP considered? Are we considered boss combatants or not? They increase the damage on boss combatants by 56%, 20%. I don't know. Maybe that just doesn't affect PvP. I could be wrong. Consecration is from 3 to 2, so you only get 2 fragment slots with that aspect. Increased fragment slots provided from 2 to 3. Oh, that's on Prismatic, but on Solar it got increased. So running it outside of Prismatic, it got increased. I'm not even gonna try to read that. Strength of base suspend wave. Base suspend wave, travel distance from 20 to 30. Okay, so it just goes a lot further. That's cool. Prismatic Solar. Ignition no longer has a plus 20% bonus damage to match the other ignition damage. Scaling changes we mentioned. Okay, that makes sense with the melee changes. They got to increase the stats specifically. Increases projectile tracking strength for the shield throw. That's really cool. I'm really excited to get fucking Captain America on the back as fucking Disjunction because he wants to throw his shield. Okay? You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, they're not really talking about PvP. Best Warlock piece, it's probably going to be for PvP Wings of Sacred Dawn. Floating Warlocks are kind of going crazy. No, there's a lot of things being changed that are, I don't know what it's going to do to PvP, but it's going to make it wild. You're switching to a PG Titan? That wouldn't be bad. Yeah, they're getting brought up. Edge of Fate comes out July 15th. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, getting rid of ACDCs are kind of weird, Jay. I don't know why they made that choice. One, they're really good for PV, and they're really good for PvP on a Titan. Don't know why they're gone. So that's kind of weird. Hunter now. Gambler's Dodge. Melee energy return no longer requires... So this is one change I am not a fan of. Because Gambler's Dodge is... I don't know if it's a short... It's what, 39 seconds as opposed to 29? Or is it 29 versus 22? Whatever it is, it kind of sucks that like you can now dodge wherever and start regenning melee damage, or sorry, melee abilities, and you don't need to be anywhere near an enemy. Like that's actually insane that you can just sit and spawn, use your Gambler's Dodge, and like regen your melee ability. With all the changes, that's gonna be pretty rough. Prismatic reduce the number. Those are the fragment changes. Ascension 3 to 2. They all went down to 3 to 2. Prismatic Solar Gunpowder Gamble. Reduce self damage by 60%. That's cool. Final blows of all kind now grant Gunpowder Gamble instead of just Solar. Okay, you're gonna get it back pretty consistently. On your mark. This is actually really good. This is like one of the main things that makes Solar Hunter really good. Final blows while at 3 stacks of On Your Mark now make you radiant for a short time. Wow. I don't want to. Someone's gonna find a way to be radiant in PvP, and it's gonna be so annoying. Activating your class ability now gives you 1 stack of your On Your Mark instead of 3 stacks. Okay, there we go. I should have read that. I was about to say you can just literally Gambler's Dodge in your radiant at the start of a match. So that's actually Stellar Blade's a pretty good game. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You know what I'm saying? Ascension aspect. Ascension can now activate the following perks. Armor mods: Reaper, Powerful Attraction, Outreach, Distribution, Bomber, and Dynamo. Ascension is the Arc Hunter one that you spin up in the air. Exotics: Hoyle. What is this? Oh, okay. Hoyle and then Gerfalcons. Oh, on the class item. I was about to say there's no Hoyle for Hunter. But you can't. You have to run Prismatic, don't you? I don't know. Whatever. All classes increase damage versus bosses, mini bosses, and champions by 15% for these grenades: Flux, Arcbolt, Flashbang, Storm, Void, Axion, Suppressor, Solar, Firebolt, Trip Mine, Kinetic, the Rock Grenade, Forerunner. Who's running the Rock Grenade in PvE? Is anyone? I'm trying to get through them, Jay. I'm trying to. It's a long TWID. I'm trying to cover everything as quick as I promise. All damage types. Ability energy returns from perks of passive region now scales based on the requisite stat. Void, Devour. Reduce Devour heal amount from 200 HP to 140. That's not that crazy. I'm not reading the dev notes. Too much. Suspend. Increased base suspend duration for 5 an extra second. Stasis Shatter. Stasis Shatter damage now stuns overload champions instead of unstop champions. That's a lot more reading. Don't know why. It has something to do with the artifact. That's what it says. Flux Grenade, significantly reduced base cooldown, increased projectile size to make it a bit easier to stick targets. Really excited to get Flux Grenade from across the map on Eternity in PvP. Super, super exciting. I'm trying to get in there as fast as I can. I promise. I don't know who that is, Ron. Fuck me. Okay. Hey, I'm trying to get through this, and then we can play all the burps. I don't. New reward pass coming. That's actually pretty cool. I don't know what that is.
Shut up, bitch.
But who did that? Yas, queen. Yas. All
right.
Yas.
We're almost done. Look, we're almost done.
Oh my god.
I'm literally the best. My dick is small, but my game is great.
Giving an old lady back shocks. Boom, boom, boom. Knitehawk, why don't you try to read the TWID and talk to your community? I wonder why.
You suck. You suck.
Yeah. Okay. It's a new era of Destiny 2.
To the horchata cannons.
Are we done? If you're broke, get out. Yeah? Yeah? Thank you. It's a new era of Destiny 2, and with that comes exciting updates to our seasonal pass model. Not reading that. For one, we've refactored some boots and added new ones. you for the 100 bits. Activity score boost now provides a 50% score bonus on all portal activities when fully unlocked.
What's up, fucker?
I'm gonna kill somebody in game.
What's up, fucker?
Prime Anger Boost increases the possibility of desirable armor and weapon drops from portal activities. Weekly challenge boost allows players to complete their various weekly seasonal hub challenges faster, streamlining their access to additional high value rewards. XP Boost has been refactored to apply a 40% bonus
What's up,
fucker? To XP bonuses earnings with fully unlocked, along with 20%.
What's up, fucker?
Okay, I'm not even gonna read that. Y'all can figure that. Bungie Day. Woo, a tournament I wasn't invited to. Just kidding. We're gonna support it. We love raising money for a great cause. Suck someone up. Here it is. Bungie Day is almost here. 7/7 next month. It runs through 7/29. Past the launch of whatchamacallit, whatever, Year of the Prophecy. Here's all the teams super excited. All right, we're gonna cheer on Cal. Cool, exciting. Here's a, that's actually really cool. We're almost done. Of course, the new campaign gives us the fresh wave rewards.
The roach pussy, man.
Who played that? Don't play that one. The power improving the low light program, delivering rapid humanitarian relief and building inclusive welcoming communities for all. We're bringing back 7 fan favorite emblems plus an awesome slate of brand new items so you can rep the Bungie Foundation and push our vital work even further. We'll have some more details soon. Perfect. If you really want to dive into Destiny and you want to not spend what we spent, 92% off literally everything. 75, 80, 90, 85, literally everything. Steam Summer Sale, June 26th, starts today, ending on July 14th. So if you need everything, boom, bam, it's super cheap. You could probably get into Destiny for less than $30. I didn't actually do the math. I'm just talking out my ass. Don't know the answer, but it's probably a lot cheaper than what any of us here currently spent. I'll say that right now. Known issues, not reading that. That's some really cool art. It's a Titan clip. Don't care. Someone's birthday. Happy birthday, Kai. Woo! What a week. We know it's only Thursday, but... Okay. The train toward the edge of fate gets even closer. I love trains. We're happy to have you on board. There's only 3 weeks left. Cool. Reminder, we have another live stream next Tuesday, 10 a.m. PT. New emblem. Go watch it. P.S. We like to take the time to celebrate. Celebrate kindergarten out there. Happy birthday, Kai. Woo. Everyone say happy birthday, Kai. Woo. Woo. That's a TWID. I'm over it. That's TWID. There you go.